What's up, Sneaky Nation? Sneaky P here, back with all the news after Week 13 of our Tennessee Titans franchise, where the Titans pulled a huge comeback victory over the Jacksonville Jaguars to keep their playoff hopes alive. It was a nail-biter. It looked like for sure that the Titans were going to lose the game, but they ended up scoring 17 points in the final 6 minutes of the game, including a 2-point conversion and an onside kick after a botched extra point attempt. Against all odds, somehow the Titans pulled out the victory and have moved to 7-5 on the season. Next up, we have the 4-8 Jets. Things are starting to look pretty good for the Titans right now. The Jaguars have lost 2 in a row. They've lost all momentum at this point, and we have the same exact record against as them right now. So a game against the Jets could be a huge victory for the Titans if we can kind of continue with this momentum we've been building. We've won 2 in a row now. We still have an inconsistent team, but it's definitely starting to look better, that's for sure. Let's go ahead and check out draft stories before I do any scouting here today. See what we got in this regard, if there's anything new. In a battle of first-round quarterbacks, Max Austin showed why he deserves to be number 1. I believe we've already seen that one. So back to scouting it is. And again, we're just going to kind of take the same strategy that we have been the last few weeks, and that's just scout the first trait of everybody that we can and kind of see how that meshes out. And then later on, we'll plan on combining this with our combine stats to hopefully find a good steal or two later in the draft. Now, there's still nobody I'm completely sold on, but there are definitely players that have started to grow on me a lot more. A good run-blocking left tackle. Ooh. That seems like a solid player right there. I think Jared Phelps is going to be one of those like great players in this draft. And I definitely want the offensive line to be a huge thing with what we do. That's very, very important to me. You know, you win the trenches and you can win the battle easily. That's definitely something to keep an eye on there. Have I already watched this guy? I want to add him to the watch list because he looks like a beast. Alright, so let's go ahead, scout all this, see if we can maybe find some other attributes that'll look good here. We'll do the same thing over at right end as well. Good block shedding here. I kind of want to scout this further. I might as well do that now, actually, so I don't forget. Not great hit power there. Alright, that's fine. Alright, there we go. Out of points this week, and I think this strategy is definitely going to help us out a lot. And that way, you know, whenever we do come across somebody whose first stat looks really good, then we can evaluate them further. We do have some things I'd like to do today. Next up, we have the Jets. That's going to be an interesting one. As you can see, the Jaguars still have the tiebreaker over us. Now, again, they've lost 2 in a row. We have won 2 in a row. Things are starting to look good, but you know, when you have an inconsistent team, winning 2 in a row can be a good thing or a bad thing. It can be, hey, you know, we're getting out of this inconsistency. We're starting to get some momentum. We're going further. Or it could mean, you know, we're due for a loss. I'm hoping it's not the latter of the two. We do have a decently easy matchup against the Jets, a team that have really struggled this year. Now, they do have some great coverage corners, and that's not going to be easy for Mariota. So that is something that we are definitely going to have to fear going into this next game. I do want to work on the sliders. Ever since I changed the holding, we hardly have any now, and I don't want that to be the case. I do want holding to be a little bit better, and the field goal accuracy definitely needs to go up. I'm very tired of these shanked kicks all the time. If you have any kind of field goal over 45 yards, it's 90% certainty that he's going to shake it. We learned this on the Buffalo Bills franchise stream, and we were just trying it out and just shanked everything. I don't want that to happen, especially an extra point. Like, we almost lost that game because of that extra point shank. And most of the time, kickers in the NFL don't do that, I don't feel like. So offside, no, holding. So we'll move this up to 35. We'll see how that does. We'll see if 35 works out well or not. Fatigue, I want to move up a little bit more. I want to move injuries down and fatigue up, because I think if a player gets tired, he's more likely to be injured, so it might balance out that way anyway. And again, I definitely want our backups getting a little bit more time. I like using the backups. And you saw Craig Stevens, go into the game because Delaney Walker was winded. And Craig Stevens came through and made a huge play for us. That's what I love to see. Let's go ahead and check out the stats here. Check out the weekly awards really quick. And then we'll probably check out just the MVP awards as far as yearly awards right now. Tony Romo, 22 of 30, 294 yards. 5 touchdown passes. Wow. Xavier Rhodes with 2 interceptions and 7 tackles. Derek Johnson, 10 tackles, a sack, and 3 interceptions for him. Wow. And on the opposite side, his teammate Jamal Charles, 22 carries, 231 yards, 5 rushing touchdowns. The Chiefs just absolutely demolished whoever they played based on those stats. Unbelievable game there. Again, we'll check out the yearly awards really quick here. See who's winning the MVP race, and that would be Russell Wilson, number 1 here. Drew Brees, 2. Aaron Rodgers, 3. Ben Roethlisberger at 4. Marcus Mariota up to 5 now. Tom Brady, 6. Tony Romo, 7. Blake Bortles, 8. Phillip Rivers, 9. And Le'Veon Bell, 10. I think really quick, we'll also check out the rookie awards. And Mariota leading the way here. Melvin Gordon, number 2. Dorial Green-Beckham at 3. Jalen Strong, 4. Javorius Allen at number 5, Amari Cooper 6, Ajayi at number 7, Bryce Petty at 8, Duke Johnson at 9, and TJ Yeldon at 10 here. Defensive rookie for the AFC, Marcus Peters number 1, Bud Dupree 2, Malden at number 3, Mario Edwards Jr. 4, Perryman 5, Kevin Johnson 6, Henry Anderson 7, Chiquilo at number 8, Richards at 9, and Clayton Gaithers probably Gaithers at number 10. NFC Offensive Rookie of the Year, you got Jameis Winston. The Bucs are only 3-9 though, so we're definitely doing better in that regard. Matt Jones number 2, Abdullah number 3, Kevin White 4, Todd Gurley number 5, Crowder 6, I can never pronounce this one. I know how to say it, it's actually like 2 a.m. right now, so I'm just going to pass on even trying. Mike Davis at number 8, Montgomery 9, and Cameron Artis-Payne at number 10. Trey Wayne's number 1 defensively, Randall 2, Vic Beasley Jr. number 3, Tart number 4, Collins 5, Kendricks Kikaha. That's an awesome name, sir. I like it. Bryce Hager at number 8, Eli Harold number 9, and Preston Smith number 10. Let's go check out the Jets lineup, and then we will get into the next game. Get out of here really quick. See what we got going on. Oh, man, that matchup against the Patriots is not going to be easy. I cannot believe we won that last game. That was absolutely ridiculous. All right, so let's go find the Jets really quick. I took the long way because it's what I do. Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to win their starting job there instead of Geno Smith. So they got a veteran quarterback who has put together some pretty good seasons in the past. Chris Ivory is going to be the running back with Ridley behind him. Zach Stacy there as well. All right, I see you, Zach Stacy. At fullback, not even trying to pronounce that one at this time. Brandon Marshall, the big free agent acquisition for the Jets. 93 overall, definitely a guy to keep an eye on. He's got that height, 2 and 6'4". Eric Decker, 89 overall, another big playmaker there. Jeremy Curley, TJ Graham, and Devin Smith, the rookie from Ohio State. A bunch of playmakers along the board there. Jason Morrow, the second-year tight end from Texas Tech, is definitely somebody to keep an eye on. So Fitzpatrick definitely has some weapons to work with. And it's going to be interesting to kind of see how it plays out because right now, again, they're not doing all that great. And we know they have a great defense. One of the leading players on this defense is Muhammad Wilkerson here. But across the board, they have playmakers. Sheldon Richardson here as well. And Damon Harrison and Terrence Cody. Like, again, just across the board, great players. And I skipped over the rookie. Whoops. Wait, go back. There he is. Leonard Williams, 84 overall, coming off the bench. That's how deep their defensive line is right now. Left outside linebacker, they have Riley. Middle linebacker, Demario Davis, a pretty solid player there, paired with David Harris. At right outside linebacker, they got Corey Lemonois in a trade from the 49ers, apparently, unless they released him, and I just didn't see it. Either way, that's a great pickup for the Jets there. Darrelle Revis, going to be their number 1 guy here, obviously. Antonio Cromartie, a great player as well. And then Buster Skrine and D. Milliner hasn't quite lived up to expectations of where he was drafted yet, but still has a lot of talent and somebody you have to keep an eye on. Calvin Pryor is going to be a free safety, and Marcus Gilchrist ahead of Jarrett here. For strong safety, Nick Folk is the kicker. At punter, man, it is lagging right now. Quigley, great last name, sir. Curley and Graham are going to be the return guys here. And that is going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please smash that like button. It helps me out quite a lot. And I'll see you guys in Week 14 as we take on the New York Jets. Later.